Hi, this is Daniel Nugent, painter and decorator. Today I've got this huge area to do, so it's a big ceiling. So I'll just show you, it goes from over there all the way around to that side here. So it's a big old ceiling, loads of natural light coming through. So I just wanted to show you this. So this is Teknos Ceiling 2 by Teknos. Now I've used Teknos before outside. I've used their water-based satin, fantastic gear, but the clients provided it, so it's not readily available where I live. So I use a lot of Tikkurila, which I can get hold of. But at the moment now, so I always use this, my go-to ceiling paint without a fail. But there's none in the country, and when it does come in, literally it comes in and goes again. It's almost mission impossible now to get hold of. So I've only got a touch left, and as I say, I've got to do this big ceiling. So what they said at Kent Blacksil is they, for an extra couple of quid more than this, so I think this was around about 32 quid plus VAT, you know, and you're getting a 9 litre tub. So they stock this now. It's Teknos Ceiling 2. Not used it yet, don't know what it's like, but I'm going to give it a go now, and then we can have a look together. This is my first go using this, so I haven't got a clue about it, but we'll see, and then I'll give it a good honest rating and see if it's worth making the switch. If, you know, I know a lot of decorators now won't be able to get hold of this, so it might be worth making the switch if you can get it roughly around about the same price. Okay, let's go for it. So first impressions after lifting the lid. Yeah, it looks nice and thick. Has a quite a nice smell to it, and it's also quite a nice looking white. So I'm going to start putting it on, start cutting it in, and then rolling it, and then we'll have a look first coat, and then we'll have a look second coat, how it turns out. So basically I'm starting to cut in now all around the coving, and so far so good. It goes on nice. It feels slightly thicker than the AR2, but it's a nice white. It seems to dry out a lot quicker, so it hasn't really got that conditioning feeling, you know. But what I want to show you is this. So on the ceiling there was a crack, and I filled it, rubbed it down. So while I'm cutting in before I roll, I like to just go over the filler. So I just wanted to show you how well it actually covers, because it's quite hard to show on this ceiling, because the ceiling's in pretty good nick, to be honest. It's not a bad ceiling. But that covers pretty well over the filler and stuff like that. I mean, I've done one here. I don't know if you can see. It's hard to tell. But in reality, me looking at it, yeah, it covers it really nice. So hopefully no flashing and no grinning after I've rolled the first coat on. So let's wait and see what it looks like. Right, so far I'm starting to roll with this section, and it seems like a real nice paint to put on, nice to roll, not getting any sort of splashes. So it's pretty solid. It's looking even, and you can go over bits again and it blends in very well. So far so good. It's blending in nice. So I've got the rest of this to do, but as you can see there, look, well, I've stopped at the moment, so it doesn't dry out too quick either. So it's not as bad as kind of like, you know, your super mats, your cover mats, etc., McPherson's. It is more like the AR2, because it takes a little bit of time to go off, which is good. So I could keep rolling now and blending this in, but the test will be once dry, if we can see any roller marks, etc. Right, so looking at it now, this is first coated with all the lights on. It actually looks flawless. Yeah, like a nice flat finish. Really impressed. So that's with the lights on. So let's look now with the lights off. All right. Yeah, again, hard to see because it's getting dark now, but just trying to look at every angle going. So that looks good there, and that looks good as well. Because sometimes, as I say, you'll get your roller marks and stuff, and it will look great from one angle. You go to another angle and it looks absolutely dreadful. But this looks pretty even all over. So, it's hard to know. This is the first coat. We'll do a second coat, and then we'll make our judgment what is the best, or even they might even like be kind of like the same value really. At the moment, I don't see much in it, to be honest. So let's second coat. Right, so it boils down to which one I prefer. So let's just look at this. So this is 2 coats of the Teknos, and I can honestly say it's absolutely flawless. It looks brilliant. So I've put all the lights back. As I say, this is a huge ceiling, absolutely massive. I've done it with a roller. Obviously, you've got to have a decent roller. I use a 14-inch Worcester microfiber. But as you can see, I'll turn the lights off as well. And see it with the lights off. So I'll go to each end, because I always like to go to each end and look down the light, just to make sure. Because sometimes it looks good one end, you go down the other end of the room and it looks absolutely dreadful. But this, yeah, flawless finish. They'll be well pleased with this, and I'm proper pleased as well. Good job, Teknos, really good job. That's a great paint, that is. So it's hard to decide between the two. I would say both on an even par. I can't decide. Well pleased with the results now. So definitely 2 coats, because 1 coat, it doesn't really cover, same as this. 1 coat doesn't cover. They both definitely, after 2 coats, you know, a great finish. So it boils down to, I think this was like just £2 more. Not sure if Kent Blacksell are doing it just as a little promotion thing at the moment, because you can't get this. If they do stop this now alongside this, that will be great. I'll be loving life, because if we've got none of this in stock, I can use this, or vice versa. If there's none of this, we'll go for this. But always ceilings, for me now, would be this and this. Both the same. I mean, I will not use anything else, because going back now on anything else, any other product, it doesn't cut the mustard with ceilings. I mean, these are obviously designed especially for ceilings. You know, so yeah, you can't go back. Definitely not. Once you use one of these, that's it. You'll always have these for your ceilings, no matter what. As I say, I've always had this as my go-to, but at the moment there's difficulties getting it into the country, etc. And then stock, as soon as it comes in, it goes. So I'm so glad this has come on the market. I'm so glad I can get hold of it as well. So that's Teknos Ceiling 2, and obviously your Anti Reflex white too. So brilliant. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel for more hints and tips on decorating.